If you're watching this video, it's the play button for 100,000 subscribers.
You got me a fucking furry costume?
This is not a costume, Dad. It's my persona.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
These are grown people dressing up as animals and just generally doing things that are strange and not typically normal.
We'll be talking about the concept of poppy furs and what it means to be one.
Satire? So your kid is a furry.
Shut up. That's really bad for a number of reasons.
Born to be wild.
That was a flashier intro than I'm used to on here. Oh, how do I do YouTube again? Basically, why do I do this? No, like why do any of us do this? It's quite weird. Now, this could be very simply answered by simply explaining, you know, how being part of any community or enjoying anything at all is helpful. You know, you get to meet people, you get to have friends, you get to see some cool stuff, but I'm talking more specifically. Why do I go onto the internet and act as this strange, weird, rabbit wolf creature thing instead of, you know, just myself? And anyway, I know that there can be issues with self-confidence, but I reckon that doesn't explain all of it. There has to be a reason why so many people say, hey, you know, I could be myself, but I'm gonna be a cat. But, you know, I'm only messing around. I know that when people ask, why do you do this, then they're not just simply asking, oh, why do you hang around in this particular group, like asking why you're a fan of a particular sport. They're asking why we do the weird animal thing. Now, I've already said before that, you know, there are a lot of furry creators who maybe have other creators out in more ordinary YouTube that they have a parallel to. I know I'm showing a few on screen now that I can think of, not that they'll all be perfect, but it shows a point. There are people who don't pretend to be an animal who will make very similar content out there, which again raises the question of then why have the animal character in the first place? Why bother doing this if to make the kind of videos you're making it isn't strictly necessary? Now, everybody is going to have their own reasons. There are thousands of reasons to join the fandom. Don't worry about that. And I am not just talking about inflating your ego so large it can be seen from space.
Things are actually harder to see from orbit than you might think. Think of the Great Wall of China, for example. It's massive, but I can't see it from up here. Oh, wait, hang on. No, there's something I can make out down there.
Hey, my ego isn't that big, okay? Don't let this detract from what I just said.
Now, you might just say, why'd you have to be an animal? Why can't you be anything else? Why can't you be, you know, a lampshade? Why can't you just be no one, be user number 53218? You know, why do you have to, I hope I didn't give away a pin there. Why do you have to be something, different? Now, I don't believe there is a community of lampshades out there. I might be wrong. What I mean by this is, if you wanted to talk about something or express your experiences online about something you were uncomfortable about, say, for example, members of LGBT communities wanting to come out. For a lot of them, they maybe can't themselves, they're not ready, or maybe it's unsafe for them to come out personally as themselves publicly. And yet, instead of feeling trapped and having to keep everything built up inside them, it's a helpful thing to release some of it and maybe anonymously talk about it online with other people. The thing is though, if you post messages just entirely anonymously on a random message board somewhere or with other groups of anonymous people, you can get those feelings out and you can have some release from the burden of them, but you're not able to build a social group because no one knows who you were. Being a furry, changing your identities, it allows you to express those feelings about yourself and to say these things in a safe place where no one's going to know who you really are. But if someone really likes what you said, or they think you're funny, or hey, they just want to get to know you better, then you're not anonymous user number 29, never able to be found again. You're Sona on the internet. People can find you. This can be done with anything. If you want to create, if you want to make YouTube videos or music or whatever it might be, but you don't want to reveal your real identity because you can't, or it would be unprofessional or whatever, you can do it as an animal, as part of the furry community, and be entirely anonymous, and yet at the same time have your own circle of friends. I don't know if that made any sense. Wow, don't furries sound amazing? Nothing bad happens in the fandom, I promise. Oh god, I've been talking for like 10 minutes. Now, I realise I have just rambled for a long time about many of the same points without making a lot of sense, and I've had to go back and re-record and re-edit this video many times. My overall point is furry is a great place to reveal who you really are without revealing who you really are. It is not unique in that, but it is one of the more colourful and hopefully one of the more friendly environments to allow that to happen. Okay, I think that's a wrap. I've rambled for enough here. Hope you enjoyed actually having a video on the channel for once. It's been a while. Now, it says here on my handy little notebook, which is as close as I get to a script, end on some kind of joke, open bracket, use this text if you can't think of anything, you idiot, close bracket. Right,